Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. It's getting clearer and it's getting closer. Who will clinch the presidential ticket of ADC? Nigerians are talking, prominent politicians are talking. Don't forget that there's a coalition going on, and whoever gets the ticket, there seems to be an undertaking and understanding that all participants, all aspirants will have to queue behind the person. And many Nigerians are wanting to be obedient, are queuing, are insisting that the ticket should be ceded to Peter Obi, being that it's the turn of the South, while Atiku Abubakar believes strongly that it is open for all. He's a Nigerian and he has the right to vote and be voted for. Well, one of Nigerian political activists and lawyers have decided to clarify to Nigerians, and with a strong reason, who will clinch this ticket and why there may be some chaotic mode. But before we go into the newspaper, please subscribe, like, comment and share this video. A political activist and lawyer, Deji Adeyanju, has declared that the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, remains the most likely candidate to secure the presidential ticket of any emerging opposition coalition ahead of the 2027 general election. Adeyanju said that shortly after Atiku resigned from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the third time. He had resigned from the PDP in 2007 to contest the presidential election under the Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN. He also contested the presidential ticket of the then newly formed All Progressives Congress, APC, in 2014, but lost to former President Muhammadu Buhari. He rejoined the PDP shortly after losing that ticket to contest the 2019 election and elected to contest the election with former Governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi. Ahead of the 2027 election, he has joined forces with Obi, former Senate President Atiku Abubakar, former Kaduna Governor Nasir El-Rufai, former Transport Minister Rotimi Amechi, among others, to form a coalition which has adopted the African Democratic Congress, ADC. As at Wednesday, his letter of his resignation, dated July 14, 2025, was shared by his Special Assistant on Media, Abdul Rashid, on social media. Atiku said he found it necessary to part ways due to the current trajectory the party has taken, which I believe diverges from the foundational principle we stood for. It was with a heavy heart that I resigned. I say that again. He said, it is with a heavy heart that I resign, recognizing the irreconcilable differences that have emerged. Weighing in, Adeyanju said, as of today, Atiku will secure the coalition ticket easily. I don't see others putting in the work to stop him, Adeyanju wrote. Now, according to him, Atiku's political experience, national reach, and deep-rooted alliances within the northern political bloc give him an edge over other contestants and contenders in any unified opposition movement. He warned those seeking to bypass internal party negotiations and consensus building that coalition politics is not about entitlement. They want the easy way out, like the charade that happened between Obi and Patutone in the Labour Party primaries during the last election. He said, referring to the 2022 Labour Party consensus arrangement that saw Obi emerge as a party flag bearer. Adeyanju further argued that while Atiku can indeed be defeated in a primary contest, such an outcome would require coordinated strategy, alliances, and coalition building, especially from southern and northern power blocks willing to challenge the status quo. Atiku can be defeated in primaries, like in 2014 APC primaries. Wike almost stopped him if not for the Tambuwa last-minute joker. He recalled, citing past political intrigues that nearly cost Atiku a party ticket. He advised Obi and his supporters to stop demanding a free ticket or waiting for sympathy, urging them instead to engage in real political groundwork across Nigeria's geopolitical zones, particularly in the north. Form alliances with the northern key stakeholders and stop him instead of crying on social media that he should be given a free ticket. This is a coalition, not the Labour Party. If you want a free ticket, go back to LP. He warned. Nigerians are talking. My colleague is in the house. But we all know how Atiku plays this game. Every election cycle, he will always contest. And the unique thing about his contesting is the fact that he will always get a ticket. He will always play like that Yusuf that he would always say. He will always dollarize the primaries such that he would win the primaries almost easily. But when it gets to the real playing ground, the real politicking itself, he usually doesn't take the day. Even when he contested against Muhammadu Buhari, the late Muhammadu Buhari, he still lost woefully. But for them to be insisting that I don't see Peter will be really, spending his dollars on primaries. He didn't do it before. He won't do it now. But what's your take?
Well, talking about the coalition and the need for strategic positioning for Peter Obi to secure that ticket, I think it's needful now because, unfortunately, politics is a game. For you to win in any game, strategy is very, very important. In football game, you see people rolling out different systems. Some will say 3-5-2 system. This one will say 4-4-2 and all of that. So I think right now, Peter Obi, he's been able to successfully build bridges, across all the 6 geopolitical zones. So right now is for him to start his campaign. If he wants to use ADC as a platform, he needs to start his campaign. But, there is a system in Nigeria that you cannot rebuff. And that system is monetary system. That's a political monetary system. In a sense that when you are embarking on such, if you want to secure a position or a ticket as important as that, Nigerians, or let me say Nigerian politicians, are already used to money changing hands. If that does not happen, then a new Nigeria truly has emerged from the primaries. So, but unfortunately, Peter Obi is not that kind of person. He believes that what he's been able to do around town should be enough to convince you to stand by him. And he doesn't want to dent his image that he was for once involved in such a thing. But that's not the political system of Nigeria. Political system of Nigeria demands, especially at the primary level, you need to spend money. So, and if Peter Obi is going to stand by that, he shouldn't sign anything that will tight him down. Let it be that people will talk. In the event of this whole thing failing, he should seek another platform to go in. Because I know very well, if he pencils down anything, like which they will tell him, it will be used against him, that he doesn't honor agreement. You understand? So he shouldn't do so, because I know so well that it's not going to just be Atiku Abubakar alone. It's going to come out with other northern elites. You may be shocked that Lamido Sule may come out. You may be shocked that Tambuwa may come out. So many, Nasser El-Rufai may come out. At the end of the day, when it seems as if there are some loose end here and there, you're going to carry the day, they will just give up their thing and push it to him. And I realized something, that as much as, sorry to say this, the Northerners really, really appreciate good works of someone and all of that. When it comes to the issue of ethnicity, it has not been dealt with 100%. Some of them still have that reservation, except a key stakeholder will come out and hold your hand and say, this is the person we are going to vote for. It is their turn and all of that. That's when they will canvass or vote for you. But if such a person doesn't come out to make that clarification, you'll be shocked. That's why at first I was really disappointed at the way Bola Tinubu treated people like El-Rufai. Because these were the people that held his hand up and said, no matter what, El-Rufai was one of those that caused a lot of chaos among the Northerners, that we must give this thing to a Southerner. You understand? So, unfortunately, I don't know how Peter Obi is going to do this, but he needs to push it in such a way that he secures a place in the hearts of these people, whether monetarily or otherwise. That's his business. But from just like it has been clearly pointed out, he has a joker. He has a system of winning. And at least the last time he lost during primary was during him and Buhari. That was the last time he won. But apart from that, he will always win. Peter Obi can be most deserving, but he will always win at the end of the day.
All right, let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in a conversation.